All right, here I am in Santa Clarita Valley, California at SCVi Charter. I'm minutes away from going on stage at the Forum Series, about to speak to some high school students and teachers and lay it down on what it's like to be a champion, how to be a champion, how to dig down deep, find the courage to step up and play big in your life. About to go on in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned.
He began his journey at age 23, and he helped people find their personal next level. So if we can please make some noise for Mr. Rubino.
All right, thank you for that. All right, that applause is a little weak. Can we make it really loud here or what? All right, listen, before we get started, I want you to turn to someone to your left or to your right, give them a high five and say, "You're amazing." So what I'm going to talk about today is a little bit about what I do in my life. I am a professional life coach. How many of you guys know what a life coach is? A couple of you. All right, so let me explain to you a little bit about what I do. Can I turn this mic up just a little bit more? My job is to coach people in their lives to help them get to the next level. What does that mean? That means at a certain age, you stop learning, you stop growing, you stop digging down deep to find the courage to be a champion. And so what's going on in our life is that we have people that are 30, 40, 50-year-olds that are still acting like they're in junior high. They stop evolving. They stop growing internally. They don't develop the emotional intelligence that it takes to live extraordinary in today's world. So today is not an empowering, inspirational speech, my friends. Today, my intention is to wake you up. Today, my intention is actually to disturb you a little bit. Because today, there might be about 30 or 40 of you that are actually listening to this speech, but only a handful of you are actually going to hear me. What do I mean by that? Not even paying attention. A handful of you are actually going to hear what I'm saying. Yes. That's right. There is percentages in life about who is going to rise and be a champion in their life. Some of you, and I hate to say this, but some of you are going to get your high school diploma. Some of you are going to stop there, and then you're going to go into your life and you're going to think you know it all. And you're going to live your life in the status quo. What is the status quo? The status quo is living your life average and ordinary. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, because people that live their life in average and ordinary, they have fun too. They have excitement too. They get to go to barbecues and parties, and they're enjoying their life. But it's still status quo. It's still average and ordinary. Today I'm here to talk to the people that believe that deep down inside somewhere there's a champion inside of you that actually wants to make their life be rewarding. For those of you that believe that it's possible to live an extraordinary life, I came here today to talk to you. And there's only a handful of you here. Here's the trick. You have to decide that you're one of those handfuls. You have to decide that you're going to hear the message today. And the way you'll know that is when you walk out of here today, something's going to not feel right for you. You're going to be your stomach, you're going to have a knot in your stomach. And you're going to walk around the rest of the day not feeling right. That means that you were supposed to be here today and you were supposed to hear this message. Now let me explain to you what's going on in your life. When you were born purely magnificent. You were at your most powerful state. Your parents held you and they looked in your eyes and they knew that you were something magnificent, that you were going to be something great. You were going to create extraordinary results for yourselves. And then what started happening is you started creating experiences in your life. And in those experiences, you started to create beliefs about the way you see the world. And those beliefs start to limit you. So here's an example. When you were little, you were 4 years old, and you were excited about this little gold star you got in your test. And so you ran home to try to find your dad, to tell your dad how excited you are and to get his approval and to get a hug from him. So you run around the house trying to find dad, and dad's nowhere to be found. And then you hear him working in his home office. So you run over to the home office, you kick the door in, and you're like, Dad, look what I got. And your dad says, not right now. Now in that moment that dad says, not right now, what kind of a limiting belief do you create about yourself? You create a belief that I'm not worth it, that I don't matter. And what limiting belief do you create about your dad? Right, dad doesn't care. Dad doesn't love me. And those beliefs are not true. All that dad said was what? Not right now. But notice how you heard all those other things and you made up these self-limiting beliefs that are not true. Well, guess what? You guys have millions of those self-limiting beliefs that you think are true about who you are. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. I'll never be like that. I wish I can have that confidence. I wish I could be like her. You have these limiting beliefs that speak to you and keep you small. And so my job as a coach is to get you clear about what is real and what isn't. And to have you examine the self-limiting beliefs that are not real, that are talking to you and chattering at you and keeping you small, keeping you inside of your comfort zone, not being willing to take a risk, not willing to dig down deep and find the courage to be the champion that you were meant to be. I want you to watch this next video. That video clip inspired you. Put your hands together, make some noise. So there's this famous quote that I love. It goes like this, some version of this. The average man dies at 21, but we don't get around to burying his body till he's in his 60s. What that means is that we as human beings, we don't continue to live. And so there are people out in this world that are already dead. They're just walking around in life, grinding out an existence. They're not playing to their full potential. No one ever taught them how to dig deep. No one taught them how to go within, to check in with himself, to be honest, to be aware. So here's your opportunity. I hope that today sparks some kind of a flame within you. That you get clear that to be extraordinary in today's world, especially with technology advancing the way it is, a college education and a high IQ is not good enough in today's world to be successful in all areas of your life. It's not about how much you know. It's about how you show up in the world. You can read all the books. You can go to all the seminars. You can go to the best elite schools in the country and have all the plaques on the wall with all the degrees. And there's still no guarantee that your life is going to turn out the way that you want it to. What is guaranteed is that you're going to die someday. And when you get to the end of your life, in your deathbed, you definitely don't want to look back and say, I wish I could have. I hope that I can take it back, because it's going to be too late. So if you're going to get any message today, I hope that you get the message that you got to start working on yourself. You got to start learning about you. You got to do self-education. You got to develop emotional intelligence. And you got to be willing to challenge yourself to get out of your comfort zone every single day, all day long. And what that's going to require is for most of you to find the champion within you. Now, in a few seconds, I'm going to take off my glasses. But I want to let you know that the reason why I have them on is because I'm a video blogger. I video record my daily experiences, and I'm documenting the difference that I make in the world. Now, what qualifies me to make a difference? Because I'm alive, and I give myself permission to make a difference. I don't have degrees. I barely have a high school diploma. In fact, I have a GED. But what I did was I worked really hard on myself, and I self-taught myself, and I dug deep, and I was willing to do the work. I was willing to practice in my own life and learn these life valuable lessons that I create my own results. I create my own opportunities. I open up possibilities for myself and other people that you can only imagine, and create the personal breakthroughs that you don't even know is possible yet. So, just so you guys know, you guys are all going to be right now, from my perspective, on my YouTube video tomorrow. So do me a favor, I want you to get real loud, put your hands together and make some noise. Are you guys having a good time right now?